Let's do the busted canvas trend today. Here's how I made mine. Get 2 canvases. These are 8x10 canvases, but the trick is one is a canvas board and one is a stretch canvas. So see, the canvas board is flat and the stretch canvas has the wood frame. Next, pick your image. I'm actually going to recycle an old greeting card, and this snowman was just begging to pop out of a canvas. You also need to pick 2 contrasting patterns of either scrapbook paper or napkins. It's okay to paint the canvases, but the patterns really make it pop. And to attach the paper, we're going to use ModPodge. So let's start with the canvas board. I'm just going to take the ModPodge, which is just fancy glue, and a flat brush, and cover it with a nice liberal coat. Make sure you get all the edges because you want the paper to stick, but don't put the paper on while the glue is still wet. Instead, make sure to grab a hairdryer and dry it really good. This will prevent your paper from wrinkling. When it's dry, then you can put the paper over top. I cut it to an 8x10 size to fit. And then to attach it, use some parchment paper and an iron on just a regular cotton setting. This melts the glue and attaches the paper to the canvas without wrinkling. We're going to attach the Christmas card the same way. I cut the front off, even though there's writing on the back side here. I'm going to paint it with glue, dry it so it doesn't wrinkle when we attach it, and then use the parchment paper and iron to make it stick. There we go. Now this is the canvas we're going to see through the busted canvas, so set that aside. Let's work on the stretched canvas. That's the one we're going to cut up. First, turn it upside down and paint ModPodge all over the back side of the canvas. We're going to glue our contrasting pattern to the back side. So dry it first so the paper doesn't wrinkle, and then get your contrasting pattern. You want it pattern side facing up towards you, and you want to cut it a little bit smaller than 8x10 so it fits inside the frame. Then you're going to use your parchment paper and use your iron to attach that as well. On the front of my stretch canvas, I'm going to attach the same pattern paper I used for my canvas board. That way, if any of the back part of my canvas shows through the holes that I poke, it'll just look like it's part of the front of the canvas. So attach it the same way with the iron and the parchment paper. And are you ready? We're going to bust the canvas. And don't worry, that doesn't mean we're going to punch a hole through it, but let me show you a different way. So take your canvas board and line it up underneath your stretch canvas here and decide where you want your focal point to be. The best tip I can give you is don't do your hole right in the center of your canvas. Decide where you want the focus to be. For mine, it's going to be right in front of my snowman's face, which is slightly off center up to the right. And then I'm going to take scissors and just poke a hole straight through all the layers. So see, it went all the way through the back. And then take your scissors and start cutting out different slits. So they're going to go in a triangle shape. There are different patterns out there, but another tip I can give you is don't do them all symmetrically. Do some longer, some shorter, some wider, some thinner. Cutting them all randomly without a plan, I think, makes it look a little bit more dynamic, like an actual busted canvas. But again, there's no right answer. So see, I have my busted canvas here. Boom, there we go. I'm gonna line it over top of the snowman's face here, and look, you can see him peeking out. Perfect. Now to attach the little triangles, I'm gonna use my hot glue gun. And again, as we're doing these curves and attaching them, have them curve all different directions as well. So I had that one curving around to the left, this one's curving around to the right. This bigger one here is a little harder to curve around, so he's just going around in a circle. And some don't even have to curve all the way around. You can do it on the back side and have it flip up on the end like that. If you need to, you can also use your scissors to adjust the length or size of any of your triangles. But again, there's no right answer. Have fun with it. I just personally think that doing them all different directions and all different sizes gives you more movement to your design and also makes it look more dynamic. Once you have all of your little triangles attached, it's time to attach the stretch canvas to the canvas board. To do this, I'm just going to use my glue gun, get a nice even coat there, and then stick it right over top. Now for the edge of the canvas, you could paint it, but a fun way to add even more color is add ribbon. I found a ribbon that matches the ribbon on my snowman hat, so that ties that in as well. And I've seen people use a lot of 3D elements. I'm going to try to keep this one simple, but I did have some polyester stuffing that looks like snow. And I'm just stuffing it in all different crevices and holes here to make it look like snow is also bursting out of the canvas. Oh, isn't he cute? This project is like a snowflake because no two are exactly alike. I did a few over the weekend, so you have to let me know which one you saw first. And if you try it, I would love to see how it turns out. Have fun, happy creating, don't forget to make it your own. And if you like this tutorial, follow me for more.